Thank you for your interest in this auction. This is a beautiful old photo album containing a wide variety of automobile collectors' postcards, photos, and so on. And so it deserves a short video so you can see everything that's in it. eBay only allows 12 still shots. So let's take a quick look. They range from early century all the way up to modern times. A lot of vintage stuff. For example, first of all, let's take a quick look at the outside of this. As I mentioned, the album cover itself is a very old album. The cover is detached, but otherwise it's holding together quite well. These two postcards in the front are from the early century, as you can see. That's about in the 1910s right there. So there you go. Men posing with their vehicles. You have some old wide postcards, for example, this one from Londonderry, which also dates very early. And here's another one. This is from St. Petersburg, Florida, showing a view of the post office with vehicles parked in front. So some of the material is quite old, dating back 100 years or more. Others, as you can tell, are vintage from anywhere from the 50s on to probably the 80s, 90s. There are a few items in there at one point we'll see that actually have some barcodes on them, so they're a little newer. But most of this is either antique or vintage. So there's a postcard for Alpha. There's another one right there. And then there are a lot of wide postcards showing hotels with vehicles parked in front of them. Like this one is Colonial Inn. And if we take a look, we'll carefully pull it out of its photo corners. Or we won't, because it's a little detached there. So you can see right there, that is the famous luxury Colonial Inn in Miami Beach. Panoramic postcard, so that is a vintage shot of it. There's El Capitan, which of course is in Nevada. You can see the vintage vehicles there, 60s, 70s. You can see the Kino slots. So a little bit of everything in here. Again, here's some old shots of hotels from mid-century postcards. These are the types of postcards you would buy at the hotel when you visited and send home. So you can see right there, that's 60s. Some of these date to 70s. You can tell by the vehicles. The interest, of course, is the vehicles and the motor hotels at the time. Here are some more recent postcards, some from dealers. For example, there's an 84 Buick LeSabre. So again, we have some newer things scattered in here. And just some interesting collector's item. Greetings cards showing old cars, teddy bears. Not a whole lot of that. Some more old hotels from mid-century. You can see the vehicles, which is the interest there, of course, is what's parked. And some postcards. Not terribly old right there, but interesting. There's a Cadillac bar, San Francisco. Here's a vintage postcard of General Motors. As you can see, I don't want to work too hard at detaching these. I'll leave them in there for you, but you can see the back of it. So it's the Futurama building at the World's Fair in 1965. That's what that is. Beautiful postcard from the World's Fair. I believe that was the New York World's Fair. Other greeting cards, postcards, advertising cards. Let's keep going here. Like I say, here are some that actually have a barcode on them, so they're not that old. So collectors, card sets, Rolls-Royce, Duesenberg. A couple more over on this page. Some brochures from auto museums, such as this one. Little of everything scattered in there. And then again, interesting greeting cards, at least that this person thought interesting. There's a nice one. Here's some shots, advertising shots, postcards. That's a Volvo Turbo 505. There's another beautiful postcard. There's a Peugeot. Actually, I'm sorry, that was a Peugeot, not a Volvo. There's a Peugeot birthday card. The various greetings cards scattered in there. That's a cute one, vintage greeting card. Says you can park yourself next to me anytime. So just very nice images of various kinds. Let's get past those. A few more of interest to this collector, apparently. Greeting cards. Some Thunderbirds there. Some more of that genre. Interesting drive-in, surfing. Art Deco. That's an older card. An interesting one there. You can recognize the work of art that's based on. Here's an original 1923 Christmas card, as you can see, from Thompson Auto Company. That is not something new, that's original. There's another old piece. So some advertising cards. Beautiful Art Deco image there on a greeting card. More Art Deco. One with a poem. Interesting one there. Anniversary, so on. So quite a few greeting cards in here. Keep going. More greeting cards. So we'll get past these greeting cards. Some of these are not terribly old. Into some Godzilla genre greeting cards. There's an Edsel. Very nice images here. More of that. And more. Happy birthday, Stegosaurus. Interesting, with a Rolls Royce parked among the flowers. Just a nice collection of images here, even though some of them are not as old as others. More greeting cards, Christmas cards. Those are nice. View of an old pickup, postcards. Nice postcard there, if we can get away from the glare. Nice Art Deco image on that postcard. And some, again, that aren't so old. Just a little bit of everything this collector picked. Some beautiful images on postcards there. Like that one with the mushroom cloud in the background. And some racing. 1985. Interesting racing related cards there. More of those. Larry Minor, Ed McCullough, 86 NASCAR, '85. There's a nice one. Al Holbert. And then back to some vintage mid-century motels, hotels. Here's one from Italy. Very nice postcard. Mid-century. Here's one that's American. That looks like early 70s. Very nice. I like the TV in the room. And back to some more postcards. Travel postcards. And various greeting cards. Anything to do with an automobile. And then at the end, as usual, there's some material that the person didn't actually get into the book. There are a couple pieces from Autocar, advertising pieces. These are blank-backed cards that you'd normally see mid-century or earlier. And then more of the usual greeting cards that this person collected from the estate. And that's it. So that's a view of everything that's in this book, attached and unattached. Just a beautiful collection of images, some vintage, some new, and happy bidding on it. Thank you.